So a few days ago, I posted a video of me visiting Jay's CD and Hobby. This is a store located in Des Moines, Iowa. And it was actually when I posted the video that I learned that there was two other locations other than the one that I visited. So this past weekend, I got a chance to take my wife and the girls to see the new store in Ankeny, Iowa. We got some pickups. We got some Funko Pops. We got some retro toys. We even got some retro games and accessories, and of course some movies. So let's just get right into it. First, I'll show you guys the accessories, or I'll just talk about them really because nobody needs to see it. But here's a box of an AV cable for my Sega Genesis because as it turns out, the one that I have is broken. So now I have this, and it cost me $9. Not too bad, for an AV cable for a Sega Genesis. Toss that box over there. I also picked up two NES controllers. I can't seem to find my original ones, and I am freaking out a bit because there's a couple of other items that I'm missing. I realize I'm missing my duck hunt gun and a couple other accessories. I have a floor mat that I used to use for one of the track and field games. So I need to find this box because it's missing, and I'm afraid that it might either have gotten lost. I don't know how the hell that would even happen, or it's at my parents' place because we moved at the same time and we used the trucks, and some boxes went one way and some boxes went the other. And if it's there, I don't know when the hell I'm ever going to see that. So hopefully I can find them, but if not, then we got to figure out a plan B. So for now, I got those two other controllers, which each one cost me $19. Not bad for a third party. They work great. I was able to test them out and play with my daughter. Had no issues at all, and they actually do pretty well. So now, since we're talking about video games, I'll show you the one video game that I did pick up. This is the WrestleMania game for the Super Nintendo. This is the arcade game, to be specific. This game was one that I played religiously. Now, I actually own this game already, but I didn't have the box. And I saw this in the case with the box, and I'm like, I have to have that just for myself. I want it. I need it. And now I have it. It's one of my biggest regrets, getting rid of the boxes for the Nintendo games as well as the Super Nintendo games. But here's the game itself. I just took it out of the box so you guys can see it. Even seeing, look at this. It's got the freaking instruction booklet. Like, come on. It's all the classics. If anybody has played this game, I'd love to know. Let me see if there's anything in the notes, actually. If anybody wrote anything down, any cheat codes. You guys remember writing down cheat codes in here? Ooh, but there is a coupon. Ooh, what is this for? Superstars, show how to beat your friends. WrestleMania, the arcade game. Exclusive secret codes and strategies revealed by the WWF Superstars. Learn how to unlock the ultimate wrestling power. Check that out. Yeah, if anybody has played this game, I'm curious to know who you guys used to play as. I used to play as Doink the Clown all the time. That was like, for some reason, that was my go-to. Oh, they have the moves. Look at this. You get the moves inside. So you got the Undertaker, Razor Ramon. Man, this game is so much fun. One of the few wrestling games that I enjoyed. There was one other wrestling game that came out. I believe it was either for PlayStation 2, I want to say, or maybe the original PlayStation. No, it was definitely PlayStation 2. It was SmackDown. SmackDown, when that came out, oh man, my friends and I used to play that game religiously. Anyways, very glad that I got this. I'll put this back in this little protector here, and there it is, WrestleMania, the arcade game, Super Nintendo. These next two toys are retro toys, and I say they're retro toys, but that's like me saying that I'm retro because it makes me feel so old. But these two particular guys that I have in my hand, I used to have them, and I'm going to show you guys this. This is one that sits with me at my desk every day. This is a G.I. Joe, and I've had this guy, I think I got him when I was 4 or 5 years old, and he has been with me. He was actually the lone survivor of my G.I. Joes, okay? I left my toys behind when I first moved from Costa Rica to the U.S. when I was 10 years old. I didn't realize at the time that I was going to be permanently living in the United States. I always had this idea that I was going to move back to Costa Rica, but as it turns out, my mom had other plans. So my toys and stuff stayed back, and it wasn't until I was either 14 or 15 that I decided, hey, this is my stuff, and we're not moving back, so I'm going to take this stuff back. By that point, though, my cousins had basically infiltrated my house and they were playing with the toys that I had, but they were being supervised, as I was being told by my grandmother. My grandmother said, you know what, I let them play with your stuff, but I always watched over to make sure that they took care of them. There were, however, certain casualties, if you will, of some of my toys, particularly the G.I. Joes. And they ended up, breaking the G.I. Joes as they played with them. I saw these two in cases and I'm not gonna lie, I got emotional. Like immediately I saw them, it just immediately triggered these core memories that I had playing with these. And I'm like, I need to have them. These are guys that I used to have, I used to play with. And had my cousins not destroy them, I'd still have them. They'd be sitting here today. The first one is this guy right here. Oh man, this is in great condition. The best part about it is that these come in these little bags. They put them in these little sandwich bags and they have accessories. So this one actually comes with the little gun. Look at this. This is so insane. Little assault rifle there. Little, hold on. Let me hold it this way so you can see it. Come on. There you go. Little Rambo knife. And then the freaking jetpack or whatever the hell this thing is that goes in the back. So to see that, I was just in shock. I was completely blown away that this toy that I've had since I was a kid that was lost, after all these years is finally back in my possession. And on top of that, I get to have him with his accessories. So very cool. I'm literally putting on the accessories right now because he's going to sit here next to my friend to keep him company. I'm so happy to have these. Look at this. I'm such a nerd. But yeah, this is just a crazy trip down memory lane, man. This is wild. So you get to sit right there next to your boy. And I got one more G.I. Joe. Again, same exact story. He's part of those casualties of war. R.I.P. my guys. And also came with accessories. So had to make sure I picked them up. This one, I played with him all the time. He was like my leading man. He was the good guy whenever I played with the G.I. Joes. Check him out right here. It's so sick. And he's got his backpack, which has 2 missiles attached to it, which I didn't even know because when I got these as a kid, I had picked them up at like garage sales or not me, but I think my dad was the one that picked these up in garage sales and then sent them over to me. So I never had the accessories for these. So the accessory part is new to me. Here's a little pack with his 2 missiles. It's so ridiculous, but this stuff makes me happy. My wife saw how happy I actually got, and she's like, she supports me when I buy this stuff. She doesn't ever say, oh, why are you wasting your money or anything like that. She totally gets it. But yeah, look at this. Now he's just chilling. He's got all of his stuff. The one with the missiles, he was $24.99, and the green one, the lime green, was $17.99. So I don't mind paying that price for something that just brings me back to my childhood. I would probably pay more if I'm being honest. So very happy to have them. And now I get to have a little piece of my childhood just sitting right in front of me every day next to my lone survivor. So this man right here is no longer alone. So very cool. All right. So I got 2 Funko Pops. And then after the Funko Pops, we'll get right into the movies. The first Funko Pop is one that I didn't know existed. And I'm so happy that I came across it. This is the Funko Pop of Doomsday from Batman v Superman, which is one of my favorite movies, the director's cut to be more specific. This is the 2016 Summer Convention exclusive. So yeah, I had no idea that this was there. And I was actually done shopping, and as I was walking away from the Funko Pop area, I saw on the side the Batman logo, and I'm like, I have never seen a Batman v Superman box for Funko Pop that big. What the hell is that? And I was very excited. So glad to have picked him up. And I got one more Funko Pop, also one that I had no idea about. And when I saw it, my God, did my eyes I lost it. I thought it was so cool. And I'm like, how the hell did I not know about this? This is a GameStop exclusive of Ellen Ripley from Aliens with the Power Loader, which if you guys have seen the movie, you know that she fights the Queen with this power loader. And I actually have the Queen. I have both of these Funko Pops, and I'm just shocked that I didn't know that this existed. But I'm so happy that I found it. And these were both reasonably priced. They were both under $20. So I am not complaining, just happy to have them. And it just has me thinking, what else do I not know of that exists that I know for sure I'd be buying? I actually almost forgot there was one more toy that I picked up randomly. My daughter was playing with it, and that's why I forgot, because I saw it over there on the floor, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's part of this. I picked up Batman in the armor suit from Batman v Superman. Again, I love Batman v Superman, and Ben Affleck is my favorite Batman. So it's just a no-brainer. This was like $7. I mean, I saw it. I'm like, yeah, I can find a spot for him. I'm sure that there's accessories that are missing or came with or whatever the case is, but it's just cool. Very cool. I have him already as a Funko Pop, but this is pretty gangster, so I'll find a good spot for him somewhere. All right. Now on to the movies. So we got DVDs, we got some awesome collector's editions, and we got some Snapcase ones, which are my favorite cases for DVDs. And you guys know I've been talking about collector's editions and the quality of collector's editions and how I think they are far more superior than a lot of the stuff that's being released now. But we're not here to talk about that. We're just here to talk about the purchases. It was a buy three, get one free. And I did pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I didn't find anything else that I wanted or needed for that matter. So, all right, let's start first with the snap cases. These are movies that I saw as a kid that I probably shouldn't have been watching, but it's nostalgia for me. A lot of fun. This is Steven Seagal in Under Siege. And man, this is such a freaking throwback for me. I used to watch this with my uncles all the time. A lot of fun, silly, action-packed, laughs. You got a little bit of everything in here. And it was before Steven Seagal kind of became batshit crazy, if I'm being honest, because now he's, I don't know, there's just not the biggest fan of his. But anyways, next one up is the sequel, Under Siege 2 Dark Territory. Now, I actually remember seeing this in the theaters with my mom. She took me to see this. And yeah, as a kid watching this stuff, I had a blast. I had an absolute blast, you know, watching all these action heroes kick ass and take care of all the bad guys. You know, what more could you want as a kid, right? This next one's one that I already own, but my case was a little beat up when I moved from one state to another a few years back. So I was happy to see this, and it's actually sealed, which was like a no-brainer, and it was only $3.99. This is The Last Boy Scout, Damon Wayans and Bruce Willis, and like I said, completely sealed, brand new. You can still see the tape inside here. I'm hoping that when I open it, this doesn't actually rip the artwork or anything in the front. Hopefully it doesn't. I don't think it should. I'll be pretty gentle with it. But yeah, sealed. And now I can replace the damaged case that I have of this movie. So, all right. So out of these last three, 2 of them are blind buys, and one of them I only had on VHS. So let's start with that one first. That is Tombstone. This is the Vista series director's cut release of the film, and I love Vista series releases. I recently picked up the Unbreakable release, and yeah, this is, I mean, in great condition. The box outside's got, you know, its dings, it's got his worn out look to it, but it kind of adds to the whole aesthetic of these older releases. But the inside is crisp. I mean, there is nothing wrong here. There's nothing going on. This looks brand new. The artwork is so clean on this too. Look at this. Beautiful presentation as per usual with these DVDs. And it's got the booklet and all the extras in here as well. And this is one that I'm excited to have because I believe the VHS does not have the director's cut. I think the VHS just has the theatrical cut. So, and I don't know about the new release that's coming out. I know that Tombstone was just recently announced to be coming out. There's a steelbook, I believe, for it as well. I'm not sure if they're going to include the director's cut. So if they don't, I'm super happy to have picked this up because it has it. I get to watch that for the first time since I've only seen the theatrical cut. And also that one was the free one. So not a bad deal for free $3.99. All right. So these last 2, again, they're blind buys. For some reason or another, I just never got to watching them. The first one is Walk the Line with Joaquin Phoenix and Reese Witherspoon. This is the 2-disc collector's edition. Very clean release. Again, the outside, a little little dinged up, but nothing crazy. But the inside, it's practically new. I mean, everything on it looks really, really nice. A little bit of marks right there, but I'm okay with that. I mean, this was only like $3.99, so I'm not complaining. Again, presentation as per usual. These digipacks, they're just so nice to just look at. This comes with the booklet as well. Excited to watch this. Like I said, I've never seen it, so should be a good time. And for that price, can't really go wrong. And this last one, like I said, another blind buy. This is the release of Magnolia from New Line Platinum series. This is a movie that I had no desire to see when it first came out. I'm not the biggest Paul Thomas Anderson fan, if I'm being honest. His movies are very hit or miss for me. But, you know, I've gotten older and my taste has definitely changed. Just my maturity level has changed. So I'm willing to give this one a go and see if I like it. Here's the inside of this. And again, very, very clean, practically new. No dents, no nothing, no scratches on the discs. It's got some solid amount of special features. And for the price that it was, I think it was $3.99 as well. I can't really complain about this. So there you have it, guys. This is everything that I picked up at Jay's CD and Hobby in Ankeny, Iowa. It's not the last location. There's still one more that I have to check out. So we'll be doing that this weekend. I am excited to see what I can find. I'm hoping for some more gems, maybe some more collector's editions like these that are movies that I haven't seen. So I'm very excited for that. Let me know in the comments about Magnolia and Walk the Line. If you guys have seen them, I'm curious to know what your thoughts are on these films. Did I make a good investment for $3.99 for these as blind buys? Or did I mess up? Also, let me know in the comments if there's another website other than Funko's website. Funko.com doesn't tell me all of them. It only tells me the ones that they sell. So they don't always show like the ones from GameStop or Target or whatever the case may be. I am curious about that, genuinely. So please do let me know. Help me out. Or maybe don't tell me, because then I'll just go crazy trying to find stuff that I really want and spend money that I don't have. That's, never mind. It's a bad idea. Don't tell me. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel if you are new here for all things physical media. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Happy hunting. I will see you guys on the next one.